welcome back if you're returning. Greetings if you are new. We're now going to get into April reading for Aquarius. We're going to see what the focus needs to be for the month of April. We're going to see what's assisting that. We're going to look at what's grounding you, also what's in the crown for you. We're going to see what energy is going to be existing towards the end of the month. Also, we're going to look into the overall energy for the month. Okay, so let's get right on into it. For the Aquarius, I pre-shuffled. Now we're just going to prepare the collection for the cards we need to read today for Aquarius. Okay. So let's see what does Aquarius need to focus on now for the month of April? What is it? Guides and angels and source, give us light and information on what the Aquarius needs to focus on for this time. What is assisting that? Thank you. Please give me information on what's grounding the Aquarius. What's grounding the Aquarius during this time? What's keeping the Aquarius grounded during this time? What's keeping the Aquarius grounded during this time? What's keeping? Thank you. What's crowning the Aquarius? What's on the mind of the Aquarius? What are they thinking about? All right, let's go. Thank you. What energy will the Aquarius end the month with? Give us information on the energy towards the month of April for Aquarius. What energy will the Aquarius be in towards the end of the month? What's surrounding Aquarius energy towards the end of the month? Let's look at the overall energy, okay? All right. 9 of Swords. Oftentimes, I see this card as a card that could be a lot of stress, a lot of strain. However, during this time, I feel with the Aquarius, and Mars just went into Aquarius yesterday, I feel like the Aquarius is overloaded with things to do. I feel like the Aquarius really needs to get organized and plan. There's so many things that the Aquarius needs to do, the messages that they are receiving. They're just feeling really overwhelmed. As you can see, as these messages are coming in, it is creating sleepless nights. However, I feel as if you are wanting to create them, you may not feel like you know how to resolve them or get them done. However, I feel like with proper planning and structure, you will begin to check things off of your list even more. Okay, so let's look into this. Okay, Aquarius, I do feel like not burdened but overwhelmed energy for the month of April. You could be being weighed on by a lot of people asking you, being more inquisitive as far as, you know, requests. You can be feeling overburdened, but then, or overburied is the proper term. Like you're just overly buried, like a lot of weight of responsibilities or questions. You could be having a lot of business inquiries during this time, and you're just figuring out how you can master this. Okay. Now, let's look at what the focus energy is for Aquarius. The World card. The World card has been coming a lot because there is a shift. There is an awakening. The Great Awakening is here. A lot of people are really taking into account their placement in this new world. Like, what is it that we are supposed to do? And I feel like that is why the Aquarius possibly can be feeling overburied with a lot of people coming to them. You may be a psychic or astrologer. Like, you may be a person that people can come to with ideas. And, you know, with this world energy that you are in, Aquarius, you may be carrying the torch for that, you know, especially with this being your focus. Like, you are carrying the torch on this. And see, what's assisting this energy at this time is Ace of Wands. So yeah, a lot of people are coming to you with new opportunities. So business could be doing really, really well. However, it could be very draining for you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, with, you know, hence the Ace of Swords. So this time is really a good time for you to implement the advice that you're giving to other people. Like, we can give solutions, but however, we have to implement and put into practice our wisdom. That's true wisdom. That's divine guidance. That's divine wisdom. It's easy to, you know, give an example, but implementing it in our daily life, I feel like this information that's going to be coming to you, you are, like, the information and guidance that's going to be coming to you are also information you need to receive and digest as well. That's what I feel. What's grounding you is the Eight of Pentacles. So as I mentioned, I really do feel with the Eight of Pentacles grounding you in the Knight of Swords, like, you are really busy. Really busy attempting to find solutions, giving solutions. Your business is really booming. You know, you have to find time for yourself, right? And I feel like you have to really find a team, you know, or implement your friends and guidance and people to assist you. And also purging is very critical for you during this time. I do feel you being very overwhelmed, Aquarius. You know, a lot of people are going to be coming to you with their burdens, with questions, and you're going to be doing your best, of course, to give that energy because this is your specialty. However, with the World card and this Ace of Wands is boosting you. So you don't want to crash before it begins, right? And that's what the guardians, and the cards are trying to, and guardians are letting you know, like, you don't want to crash and burn. You know, make time to heal yourself and give the advice that you're giving, you know, and apply it towards yourself. What's crowning you? The Two of Wands. So definitely the Two of Wands, as I mentioned, is crashing and burning. You don't want to give up. The world needs you. You know, these ships are going to be coming in. These possibilities are going to be coming in, and you are noticing that. But you have to have a plan in place to prepare yourself for the load that you are to carry, right? This is what this message is really about. This load that's going to be coming in, these ships that's going to be coming in, is going to require a lot of strength, a lot of mind power, a lot of willpower, a lot of spiritual power, a lot of guidance. And you have to make sure that you are, you know, prepared for that, right? The energy towards the end of the month is Ten of Swords. All right? As I mentioned, you do not want to crash and burn. You don't. And you don't want to put a face like everything's okay, you know, while you are not properly nurturing and caring for yourself, trying to keep up with things. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm limited to this, or I'm limited to that. You know, I still need to take care of myself in honors of self-care, because at the end of the month, you don't want to feel like this. And that is what the overall energy is letting you know. Like, you have to sleep. You have to sleep peacefully. I feel like if you do not, towards the end of the month, you're going to really get overwhelmed, right? So let's see, what are ways that the Aquarius can implement balance into their lives. Give us information on what is really, what's needed to maintain. I know we mentioned, you know, speaking up in the honors of self-care, but what would you like Aquarius to know during this time, because I do see that you are a light worker. You definitely are a light worker, and you know you a sought after light worker. What messages are you, Source, would you like your light worker Aquarius to know during this time? All right, let's see. What messages would you like to give Aquarius during this time? What messages are available for Aquarius during this time? What does the Aquarius need to know? 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 Okay, what does the Aquarius need to know? Move these cards over a little bit. Okay, what does the Aquarius need to know? What does the Aquarius need to know? It says here, a time for healing. See? A time for healing, all right? Not only for others, yes, but also for yourself. A time for healing for yourself. So, yeah, that's what you need to do. You have to implement that for yourself so that way you don't feel overburdened and you don't crash and burn. What else does the Aquarius need to know? What does the Aquarius need to know? What does the Aquarius need to know? Okay. What does the Aquarius need to know? Any messages for the Aquarius? Any other messages for the Aquarius? Any other messages for the Aquarius during this time? Any other messages for the Aquarius during this time? Any other messages for the Aquarius during this time? Any other messages for the Aquarius during this time? What does the Aquarius need to know? Don't be stubborn, okay? A new romantic cycle begins, so that lets me know as well, like, yeah, there's going to be a new passion. You are passionate about this. You love what you do. However, don't bite off more than you can chew, okay? So right now could possibly be a good time to have a healing, group of women that do what you do so that you guys can, work together possibly, or males. Be bold and make the first move. There you go. Just like, doctors and healers at this time, people that are coming together to make, face masks, like they're coming together to provide a solution. Be bold and make the first move. Like, people are going to be wanting mental, emotional support and answers, so be above the curve, ahead of the curve, so that you can provide a supply for the demand. Let's see, what else does the Aquarius need to know? Okay, you have to step out of your comfort zone. It's going to apply that. So you may be used to working alone, but it's not the time for that. It's the time for unity right now. What other messages does the Aquarius need to know? Please provide us a message the Aquarius needs to know. What other messages? Are there any other messages? Let's see. Any other messages? Any other messages? Any other messages? A lot of purple's been coming out. A lot of crown. Corona does stand for crown. And let me tell you, I've been seeing a lot of purple since I've been reading these cards so far. I've only done 4 signs and lots of purple. Okay, let's see. And looks like, let's see. Bring love into the situation. Self-love, as I mentioned, more purple. And this is for you, new moon in Aquarius, right? Bring love into this situation here. Self-love is going to be very important for you during this time, because it's not only, supply and demand of other people, but this is a time for us to seek inner peace and love and understanding within ourselves, healing things within ourselves, letting go of things within ourselves, getting more spiritual and really truly connected, because the Lord is speaking, the source is speaking, and we have to take heed. We have to listen to what the Lord is saying, right? So let's go ahead and see here if there are any other messages for the Aquarius. Let's see. Go to another deck and see what messages are available for the Aquarius. It says, I invoke laughter. This also came up, I believe, I'm not sure of the sign, but this has been coming up as well. This has to do with truth that are being spoken, illusions that are falling, invoking laughter, hiding true intentions behind, falsehood, and those are being exposed. And a lot of people are going to need emotional mental support from that, because people's realities that they thought were their realities, their hypo realities are falling apart. So let's see here. It says, I speak positively of others. So yeah, you're going to have to be that beacon of light, that nurturing. And yeah, that you're going to have to be balanced, and you're going to be providing a lot of transformation so people can see more clearly, because a lot of illusions are falling, right? All right. Let's see. What other messages do we have for Aquarius during this time? Any other messages for Aquarius during this time? Okay, I hold purity and high esteem. So yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of healing, realigning yourself, taking things into account, building not only yourself but others. So holding purity to high esteem. So you're going to be letting people know what's going on, and healing and realigning chakras. So as I mentioned, you are a healer. You are a seer. You are a person who does energy work. All right. Are there any other messages? Okay, I respect the property of others. So yeah, you respect the property of others. So definitely you're going to be a person that's going to be, as I mentioned, highly sought after because of your reputation. I Create Harmony came up there, and it says, I am accepting. This is coming up a lot as well. So a lot of people are stepping up to the plate. Stepping up to their plate, stepping up to their responsibility, stepping up to their calling, okay? And just, a lot of people are working tirelessly. However, the first thing that the people tell you, when you take the plane, the flight attendants, is you cannot assist anyone else with a breathing mask until you are fully, masked. You can't. It's impossible. And right now, you can't be, running like a chicken with your head off. That's how things get missed. The details get overlooked. And right now it's calling, I respect the property of others. So you have to be mindful of the details and the truth. You don't want to overlook something, right? Especially if that could be important. Okay, let's see if there's any other messages for the Aquarius. Are there any other messages for the Aquarius? Any other messages for the Aquarius? It says, oh, fresh start. New beginnings here. That's good. So keep it up. You're going to have new business, new people coming to you, wanting to know what you do, keeping you up at night, trying to keep up with the demands. Excuse me. Strong wind, forcefulness. So yeah, you need strength. Need for strength. You're going to need strength. And these two say, can make these the last two. Yes, leader. Lots of resources. Okay? And this comes out a lot. Draining, heavy weight. So be mindful, because some people could be really just coming to you and not really wanting to do the work. Because some people, when it comes to healing work, they just want you to provide just like a band-aid, but then they don't follow through with the necessary steps to make sure that the things go the way that they want them to go. They just come to you or to a healer or a person that provides guidance, and they just feel like they took that step and that's it, and wait for things to fall on their lap. Be mindful of that energy, because I feel like that's what's going to drain you here. That's what's going to drain you here, So That's all I have to say for Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you stay to the end, make sure you thumbs up, leave me a comment, and also subscribe, you guys. We're almost to 1,000 here. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you soon. Bye. Remember me in whatever